guys, so today is going to be my first true crime video. Today's video is going to be on the death of Amanda Todd and everything that led up to her death and contributed to her death. So you've probably heard of this case before and heard of this girl if you were around in 2012 and had some sort of like internet connection, or even on the news, I think it was on. Her case was all over the internet for years after this happened. So before I started researching this, I only really knew the outline of the case. I didn't really know like all of the details and everything that went on that eventually led to her death. So I'm guessing that if I only knew the outline, then you guys probably know the outline as well. You might not know all of the details, so I thought I would make a video on it so that to get her message out there and like all the information out there of what happened to her, because it just wasn't a good case. Before I get into this video, I'm just going to do a quick disclaimer that I don't mean any offence to Amanda Todd or her family, and this is just information I have put into a video to raise awareness. With all of that being said, let's get into the video. So Amanda Todd was a 15-year-old girl from Canada and she committed suicide on the 10th of October 2012. She was harassed, bullied, and she was depressed as a result of all of this bullying that went on for such a long time. A really well-known part of this case is a video that Amanda made just a month before she committed suicide, and she uploaded it onto YouTube. In this video, Amanda is holding up flashcards with all of writing explaining the bullying and harassment that was going on. That video went viral, it has millions of views. So all of her life, Amanda was very creative and very talented, but her mum said she was painfully shy. She never really found a way to express her creativity until she was about 11 years old. And this is when she realised she could create covers of songs and upload them to YouTube. All of these YouTube videos led to a sort of online life for Amanda. She used to go on lots of chat rooms, forums, make social media pages. And this at first was really good for Amanda. She really enjoyed it. She got along well with all of the people that she spoke to. She would get a lot of attention. A lot of people started noticing her talent and she'd get compliments on it. And eventually she asked her mum for a webcam so she could film her YouTube videos. But Amanda's mother said no. She didn't believe that a child would need a webcam of any kind, especially when at this time Amanda was only 12 years old. Until eventually Amanda moved in with her dad, Norm. Her mum and her dad split when she was young. So when Amanda moved in with her dad, she asked him if she could have a webcam, and he didn't really see it as a bad thing. He just saw it as a way for Amanda to film her YouTube videos and her covers for YouTube. So he said yes. He didn't think of it as anything bad. So when Amanda was 12 years old, the popular social medias at the time were Facebook and something called Blog TV. Blog TV was a kind of live streaming social media thing for kids with webcams. It was pretty similar to things like YouNow and Instagram Live and things that we have now. And because this was a one-way thing, like it was one person on the camera and people sending them messages, it wasn't like FaceTime where you could see two people. The kids would put on shows, they would sing covers, they would do dance routines, they would do Q&As and things like that. So the dangers of something like Blog TV are pretty obvious. It's a live stream where kids put on a show for people that are anonymous, who can send anonymous questions, anonymous requests, all those sorts of things. And as with any anonymous thing where you can just create a username, you can't be sure that those people are all just innocent teenagers that are there to watch someone put on a show. The main event that sparked Amanda's harassment was when she was on the webcam to over 200 people watching her. For a couple of years before this, there had been many users that had tried to convince Amanda to strip on camera, but She always said no, she never did anything like that. But on this one day when Amanda was being watched by over 200 people, she lifted her top and flashed on the camera to all of these people. An anonymous user named Tyler Boo actually screenshotted this when Amanda lifted her top up and used this evidence to blackmail and harass Amanda. He said to Amanda that if she didn't give him a private show, then he would send this picture to everyone on her Facebook friends list.
Those oh my god kind of moments, like what's happening and why is this here and where is it going? And
both of her parents were obviously very shocked, very worried, but the harassment didn't stop there. Amanda's mum started receiving messages from someone called Alice McAllister, which we later found out was actually Tyler Boo.
I am active for an independent online child protection group, and we monitor especially sites where many underage girls get on cam in front of old guys who pretend to be 15. She needs to be stopped because most of them are old guys who record her and blackmail her into doing more.
Carol replied, "Who are you? And where did you get your information from? This is now a police matter."
So Amanda's parents obviously took this to the police, but it didn't really seem like the police were doing much to try and find who this person was that was harassing and blackmailing Amanda. When Amanda returned to school, she was bullied really, really badly for this picture. People would call her names, laugh at her, throw insults at her, just really horrible things. As a way to try and clear her name a bit, Amanda posted a Facebook status. Within this Facebook status, Amanda explained everything that had happened, that when she was 11 years old, someone told her that they had all of her information and that they were gonna blackmail her if she didn't do what they asked, so she was just trying to clear her name. Eventually, the bullying affected Amanda and her mum so bad that they had to move house and Amanda had to move schools. And this was around the time that Amanda started to get into drugs and alcohol. Around a year later, this stalker named Tyler Boo resurfaced and started to request more shows from Amanda. So obviously, Amanda's mum contacted the police again, but again, they still weren't really trying to find the person who was doing this. They didn't try to locate them at all, and the harassment just continued. It was later found out that after Amanda's death, she was broadcasted on this news show, this like animated news show called The Daily Kappa, which was broadcasted on Blog TV and YouTube without her knowledge. So these Kappas are a sort of sexual predator group that will capture or screenshot like young girls who have flashed or whatever on live webcam. They would screenshot anything, even if the young girls were just like sat there with a small top on, anything that was slightly sexual, they would screenshot and share these screenshots between each other. And Tyler Boo, that was harassing Amanda, was one of these Kappas. Most of these young girls that were featured on Daily Kappa would never know because it's done without their knowledge. These Kappas would share pictures and share tactics on how to blackmail more girls to receive more pictures. In October 2011, Tyler Boo asked for his third request of a show for Amanda. Tyler Boo continued to send Amanda lots of threats, but Amanda completely ignored this. She didn't send any shows to Tyler Boo. The police's advice to Amanda was just to close down any emails, any social medias that she had, just to completely cut herself off from the internet. But they didn't actually make any efforts to find the person making the threats. They didn't even contact Facebook at this time to try and find out who or where this person was. On November the 12th, just a month after his last return, Tyler Boo was back, but under another screen name. He was called Austin Collins, and he was pretending to be a new student at Amanda's school. He added all of Amanda's new school friends, everyone she knew, and once they had all accepted, he changed his profile picture to the original photo of Amanda flashing live on webcam. So again, as an attempt to try and clear her name, Amanda posted another Facebook status to all of her friends that she'd now made at her new school. She genuinely believed that he was going to continue to do this for the rest of her life. But once again, Amanda was bullied horrendously and she had to change schools for a second time. One day, she began talking to what she said was an old guy friend. He eventually invited Amanda over to his house, and not knowing that his girlfriend was away on holiday. A week later, this boy's girlfriend and 15 other people went to Amanda's school to confront her. They were shouting at her, calling her names, physically hurting her. Eventually, the girlfriend of this boy that Amanda saw started punching her, and Amanda claimed that she collapsed. Eventually, she managed to get away and she ran and hid in a ditch until her father came and rescued her. After this attack, Amanda attempted suicide. She drank bleach, but luckily was rushed to hospital, had her stomach pumped, and she was fine. Amanda had to stay in the hospital for a couple of weeks at this time, mostly because of her physical things that needed sorting, like her stomach needed pumping and stuff like that, but also because they wanted her to take some counselling. When Amanda returned home, she went onto Facebook and found hundreds of messages and posts laughing at her about her attempted suicide, saying that they wish she succeeded, that she's just stupid, like just terrible, terrible things. In March 2012, Amanda moved schools and moved house again for the third time. She was on antidepressants and she was still getting counselling, however, she was still really depressed. Whilst all of this was happening to Amanda in Canada, there was actually a girl in Norway who had met a man online called Tyler C. This man had naked pictures of this girl and was blackmailing her that if she didn't send him more, then he would leak these pictures online. But the threats were like almost word for word the exact same as Amanda's. The next day, a Facebook account was made with all the pictures of this girl and was sent to all of her friends and family, just like what happened to Amanda. So this girl's mother took all of this information to the police, and unlike the Canadian police, the Norwegian police actually made an attempt to find who this person was and found who they were. The police contacted Skype to get this man's IP address, which gives you the location, specific location of like where you're using it, where you're using the internet, and it was found that this man was located in the Netherlands. Police quickly found an address to which they believe this man lived at and urged Dutch police to go there and arrest this man. But sadly, the police didn't do that. If they looked into this address and investigated this man, then maybe today Amanda would still be alive. Over summer 2012, Amanda's anxiety grew so bad that she barely left the house, or if at all, over the entire summer. And that is when she decided that she wanted to share her story.
She got the bug in her ear to do the video. And so she started on this little project. She wouldn't tell me what the project was, but she told me that she needed black markers, and she took all my white paper. People think that that was a suicide video. It was not. It was a release. She wanted her story out there, especially to the people that were harassing her.
It was very touching and very sad of a wake-up call of what my daughter's going through.
After this video that Amanda created and shared online, it's the famous video where she's holding white papers with black marker written on it to explain her story. She made a post on Facebook saying that she was going to get a tattoo on her wrist in November that said, "Stay strong." But sadly, she wouldn't live to get that tattoo. On October the 10th, 2012, Amanda took her own life, believed by hanging, but it's not confirmed. So after her death, her dad actually went and got the tattoo himself, and the ink was mixed in with her ashes. After Amanda's death, Facebook finally decided to take this seriously and started looking into the IP addresses of these fake accounts. They found that all 3 accounts that had been harassing and contacting Amanda were all the same person. However, this matter was so much bigger than just 3 screen names. It was actually found that he had over 90 screen names and targeted over 75 individual girls. Even after Amanda's suicide, Tyler Boo continued to look for girls to harass, and he found a girl in Holland who had actually flashed on camera, similar to Amanda's story. This girl did report it to the police, but it actually took 6 months for the police to do anything, and by that time the girl was way too scared and her family fled the Netherlands. The police actually linked both Tyler Boo and Tyler C to this man who they believed lived in a bungalow in Holland. They arrested a man named Ian Coban, I think it's pronounced, in 2014, which was a year and a half after Amanda's death. This man was arrested for 9 different offences. These included production of child porn, transportation of child porn, I think, and fraud. Amanda's mother, Carol, is happy with the arrests, but she believes that it was more than one person that did this. Some of Coban's child pornography cases were dropped, however, in March 2017, he was arrested for 72 cases of sexual assault, an extortion involving 39 alleged victims, and this was on top of the blackmail and the fraud charges. It was actually found after Amanda's death that the police in Norway had this lead on this man, Cobain, for years before they actually did anything, back from when the second case of that girl from Holland, but they didn't act on it, and there was so much outrage when people found out about this. And that is it for this case. I know it was a really sad one, but I just thought that it spreads such an important message to both young girls, parents, police, just everyone really, just to be careful. And you know, you never know who is out there watching you. You never know who could be on the other end of a computer screen. So yeah, that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and let me know if you like these type of videos, because I will do some more of them very soon. Bye.